Great to be here. It's great to see this crowd out here. It's, I come from Colorado, so they always grimace when we say it's freezing here. It's down to 45 degrees or something like that. I have been traveling the country a lot. People say, where do I live now? And I say on an American Airlines plane. And I've been meeting with lots of politicians and groups all over this country. And there's an amazing thing happening in this country. People are actually waking up. It's fantastic. We went through an election, I think, like no other in our lifetime. A set of choices that very few of us thought was the best that should have been offered. And I think despite what that outcome, whether it worked for you or against you, I think a lot of people are realizing that maybe I need to get more involved with this system, with this government, because it's no longer representing me. I'm not getting any choices that suit me or my family or my children. And I can tell you as I travel this country, I'm heartened to see the amount of people now questioning this government, who's running it, who owns it, who it's working for. And that questioning is why I'm here. That's what started my journey here. Today I want to talk to all parents, all of the parents of California, all of the parents of the United States of America, and all of the parents of the world. As parents, we have the most difficult job there is, to raise our kids so that they can be spectacular human beings, capable of facing adversity, rising above, and representing how incredibly beautiful and wonderful we are as a species, as a group, as a single human being, in all of our diversity, which I think is so key here when we talk about SB 18. Diversity. What makes us diverse is not just our race, not just our religion, but how we were raised.
Yeah. That's right.
We can't take away our diversity. We fight for it when it comes to race now in the United States of America. We fight for it when it comes to religion. But this law seeks to make all children the same, all upbringings the same. It literally says, outside of race, religion, none of those things can matter to us in this law. We do not care about any of the things that make you different. We are going to make all children the same, raised the same, no matter what town they're in, no matter what industry their parents are in, no matter what religion they are, they must all be the same. The same is not what made America great. The same is not what our founding fathers fought to create, so we could all be the same. I think a lot. In fact, I am haunted often by this poem, and some of you have heard me read it before. But I really do think it's something that we have to consider. There's a poem that came out of Nazi Germany by a priest. And he wrote, "First they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me." That's Pastor Martin Niemöller. Now, it's a chilling poem. And I think what's chilling is the idea that we could let our freedoms or our ideals slip away from us because we weren't paying attention, because we took our eyes off of what was taking place. And when I was in school, we used to say, if you forget your history, you're doomed to repeat it. I very rarely hear that statement anymore in schools. In fact, we try to ban old flags and change our history and rewrite books. Let's not be negative. Let's not get into that. Let's not make any comparisons that look at those scary times. Well, these are scary times. And we have to ask ourselves, what are we slipping into? SB 18, a Children's Bill of Rights. Now you have to understand that the pharmaceutical industry has got hundreds of billions of dollars, moving towards trillions of dollars. They're the #1 most powerful lobby in Washington. They're buying your politicians and they're writing your future laws. They have the best advertising agencies the world has ever seen and the best lawyers. And so when they write a law to try and enforce their products and their ideal on you, it's going to sound really pretty. It's going to sound really important. A Children's Bill of Rights. I mean, who could be against that? Protecting children. Of course, we all want to protect children. But what does SB 18 protect children from?
That's right.
Their parents. Who wants to have children protected from their parents? This is the danger of legislation. And I want to point out that this is a hard job these people in this building do. It is not easy to be a legislator. Our founding fathers toiled constantly with a governmental structure that would impact freedom as little as possible. How do we use as little government as possible to hold this thing together so that we can walk with each other? Because we've run from the tyranny of an oppressive government, and we've run from the tyranny of industry. But we need rules, and we need laws, and we need to be safe, and we need our children safe. How do we do that? Very, very, very carefully. And there's nothing careful about SB 18. I got into this fight, as was pointed out. I worked on the Doctor's television show. I got into the vaccine issue in following the story of Dr. William Thompson, not because I believed that vaccines were injuring children. It was SB 277. Senator Richard Pan came onto the show, and I watched him talk about this bill, this great bill to enforce vaccines on every child in the state. And the only thought I had was, that sure looks like the death of freedom as I know it. That looks like the most